Coach, congratulations on making the conference final. It's a huge accomplishment. I wanted to ask you about Sean Nealis's health. Obviously, a really terrifying moment in the match on Saturday. I saw him out on the practice field today. Can you talk to us about how he is?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for your congratulations. But now it's more the focus, to be honest, for Saturday and the next big game in Orlando. And the situation with Jean is he made individual program without contact. So we have to check him now the next days, and hopefully he's able, but it's a question.
Thanks, sir. Anthony? Coach, you've had a little bit of time now to look up video on Orlando and how they've been playing in the playoffs. What do you think is are some of the key points that you're going to coach your team through?
Yeah, they played very well, especially the last part of the season since summer. After the Leagues Cup, they won a lot of games in the playoffs, so there's a very good team in defense and also in their offense behavior. We analyzed a lot of games, also our 2 games when we played against Orlando on the road and in our home stadium. So we have to be ready. We have to be ready in our intensity, in our energy level, in our mentality as well on Saturday. And then also for our defense behavior and offense behavior, it's very important, and also to be very aggressive and to play very, very clean. Very, very clean to play in our transitions, in our ball position moments, to create our moments.
Thanks, George.
Coach, obviously you had a great game last week. What do you want to see more of? I thought you guys played a great game, but I know you have different eyes, so you probably want to see a little more of something from the club. Is there anything you're looking to see more of going into this week?
We analyzed this very serious, our game on yesterday, so the game against the NYC, but now it's more, and this is important, the focus and the concentration for Saturday. And so it was. We know that it was a big game last Saturday against NYCFC, also with these emotions, and this is necessary. But now it's our job to prepare for Saturday. It's now the conference final, and in this case we have to be ready and not to think too much about what was how was it wonderful the last days, the last couple of weeks, especially in the playoffs. No, we have to continue, and we have to be ready for Saturday. And it starts in every training session, and it starts in every video meeting to keep this concentration that we are very, very good, that we are in a very good spot on Saturday.
Next to Christian Arnold.
Just going back to Sean's availability for a second, in terms of just your preparation for Saturday, what does the question of his availability mean for your preparation for this week, and does it change anything at all?
Yeah, it's always the same. It could be then that we play maybe another structure, that could be, and when we analyze all the games from Orlando and also our games against Orlando, so that's a question, and but we will see if he's ready then to play on Saturday. And Noah Eile, he played very well in NYCFC after the substitution, so we have more options in 1 against 1, 1 for 1, or to change our structure.
Next, Mark.
Coach, Orlando has been great defensively. They don't concede that many goals. How do you, as a coach, tell your players to stay confident and keep playing and try to score more goals?
First of all, we have to play more clean, like the second half in NYCFC. That's important to create these moments and not to think about too much or everything was good in the Hudson River Derby against NYCFC. So we have to play more clear direction to the goal of Orlando on Saturday, and in our transition moments and also in some build-up moments where it's possible to play vertical or to go on the side. That's necessary, and we know about the quality of Orlando. And on the other side, we need the same intensity, so the same defense behavior, and it depends on the structure, but the same behavior in our pressing, the same intensity, and to be strong in the duels. This is also very important for Saturday.
Thanks, Anthony. Coach, after the game against City, you mentioned that you thought that the team was defending a little bit too deep in the second half. What needs to change against Orlando to avoid that kind of deep defending, especially late in the game?
I would say this is not only a part of the defense behavior. Then it's more the part then of our offense behavior, to be honest, that you don't come in this situation to win the ball directly, to lose the ball. Then you have to. Then it's normal that you go deeper in these moments. And I think the key is then when you win the ball to have good transition moments, or to keep the ball and then to prepare the next situation where you can attack. I think that's the key, what we have to improve when we compare the second half. It's not then only to press higher or something that's very easy. So, but it's more than the situation that you don't come in this situation like the second half, that you have more moments with the ball, that you have, and also this situation, the final third in the final third. And,
Next one, Mark.
Coach, talk about Carvalho a little bit. He had mentioned in an interview earlier today that he felt it was really important to shoot from outside the box.
Yeah.
When you think, and when you go like that, with the ball like that, you see why. But adds a different dimension to your attack, certainly, especially given the way that you guys have scored goals this year. Can you just talk about what he brings to the team?
Yeah, a lot of confidence. With the ball and also against the ball, and he's physically in a very good spot, and especially then how he scored this goal in NYCFC in City Life Stadium was very good behavior for the second ball, and this is then also what we need. But with his character, with his leading and on the field, and he knows everything what he has to do on the pitch in our defense behavior and also in our offense behavior. And it's great to see him that he's in such a good spot.
Next, we go to Christian Arnold.
Just kind of sticking on that topic too. You know, he gets the start in Columbus, the last game of the regular season. When you look back at that game, is there anything you remember seeing out of the way he played and kind of realizing he's going to be this kind of big impact player in the playoffs?
Maybe, but let's look back when the season is over. To be honest, so now we are looking forward what we need for Saturday, and not have to analyze. Okay, what did we change after the regular season or something like that? So our clear focus, our clear concentration is now, okay, what we have to do now against Orlando in our match plan, and to respect all the quality of Orlando. So, and this is now our focus.
Next, George.
Briefly, just talk about the fans that showed out for you guys last week in Queens. You guys were louder than the entire stadium. They were louder than everybody else. Just maybe what you saw from your view and leaving this field, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's great, and it's great that we have all together these emotions, this atmosphere in the stadium, and especially in such a big game like it was against NYCFC. And we need all these supporters, and we want to give everything back in our daily work on the trainings field, and especially then also on match day. And when we can create these situations all together, and I think it's a big part, and it's a very important part for us to create our identity from the whole club, and this is what we need. And so but it's the same now what we need on Saturday in Orlando.
Next, we go to Christian Ortiz on Zoom.
Hi, good afternoon, Coach. Best of luck on Saturday. I wanted to ask you about Lewis Morgan's fitness. Also in the game against NYCFC, we probably didn't see the best of him. Was it more of it because of a defensive effort defending with the team, or is there something going on? Maybe you can tell us a little bit more.
In our defense behavior, he was great. He was great when he starts the pressing, and his physical individual numbers was very well. So he gave everything for the team, and in offense was not so easy, and it was not like, but also for Emil, for example, was not so easy because a lot of long ball, second ball, then to lose very quick the ball, especially in the second half, and then for sure that Emil or Luis, that they don't have these situations now, but I'm sure that we can create if we something improve for Saturday, that we can create more moments for Lewis. But he's a very important leader for us in the team, and it's necessary and to have him in a very good spot for Saturday.
Everyone, we have time for 2 more questions with the coach. First, go to Gary Redman, and then we'll finish up with Benjamin Steiner. Gary, you have the floor.
Coach, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
If you and your staff have any thought or any plan to neutralize Orlando's big 3, which has to be Facundo Torres, Ivan Angulo, and Ramiro Enrique, trying to keep those guys from going out wide and knocking you guys out the box, but more importantly, trying to get the balls past Pedro Galice. They have a very tough defense, probably in some cases tougher than NYCFC. What is the
question, Gary? What is the question? We are talking now about the tactical plan or what?
All right, we'll just keep it simple. About how do you enable go on about trying to neutralize those 3?
Yeah, it's a very good question. So it's important, and we know the quality. So for sure, I can't speak now about in detail about the tactical plan, but it's true. They have a lot of crosses on the side, and we have to be very aggressive on the side. And in our box defending, it's necessary then also because they scored a lot of times. Left foot on the right side, right foot on the left side. So clear individual behavior, and this is what we have to prepare, how we can use and how can we solve the situation.
And next, we'll finish up with Ben.
You guys have been road warriors through the whole playoffs. Does that experience now from these last 2 rounds help you moving into this next round and the final round?
Every result, every positive result gives you confidence in self-confidence in your quality, in the preparation, in every training session for sure. So, but when it's kickoff on Saturday, you have to show it directly, immediately in every situation in a new game. So that's the part, and we are in a very good spot. The training sessions are very well, but this is what we have to show on Saturday now in the Eastern Conference final.